297,000 children, gone, their laughter silenced, their futures stolen, each one a precious life, a story that will never be told. Families shattered, communities left in mourning. A chilling number, etched into the darkest corners of human history. A reminder of a time when hope seemed distant and despair was a daily visitor. This is not the work of a single monster but something far more insidious, a silent killer that stalked the young and vulnerable. It crept into homes, schools and playgrounds, leaving no place safe. This is the story of measles, a disease that showed no mercy, striking down the healthy and the weak alike. It was a relentless force, indifferent to the cries of parents and the pleas of doctors. Before vaccines, it preyed on innocence, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. Hospitals overflowed, doctors and nurses overwhelmed by the sheer number of cases. The air was thick with the sound of suffering. Mothers held their breath, praying their children would be spared. Fathers stood helpless, unable to protect their loved ones from this invisible enemy. The fear was palpable, a heavy weight on every heart. Fear was a constant companion, a dark cloud hanging over every crib and playground. The laughter of children was replaced by the sound of coughs and cries, the joy of childhood overshadowed by the specter of disease. Measles is a virus, a microscopic entity that replicates with ruthless efficiency. It is a master of survival, adapting and evolving to ensure its continued existence. Under the microscope, it appears almost alien, a reminder of the unseen dangers that lurk in our world. It spreads through the air, invisible, insidious. A single cough or sneeze can release thousands of virus particles, each one a potential harbinger of disease. The air we breathe becomes a conduit for its relentless march. It enters a new host, hijacking cells, turning the body's defenses against itself. The virus replicates within, using the host's own machinery to create more of itself, spreading deeper into the body. Fever, cough, and a telltale rash are just the beginning. These symptoms mark the onset of a battle within, as the body struggles to fight off the invader. The virus can lead to pneumonia, encephalitis, blindness. These severe complications can arise, leaving lasting damage or even proving fatal. The stakes are high and the consequences can be dire. For some, it's a death sentence. The most vulnerable, including young children and those with weakened immune systems, face the greatest risk. The virus shows no mercy. Before the development of a vaccine, it was a fact of life, a grim reaper that visited families year after year. Entire communities lived in fear, knowing that an outbreak could strike at any time, bringing with it suffering and loss. The vaccine changed everything, turning the tide in humanity's favor. The virus does not discriminate. It doesn't care about rich or poor, strong or weak. It spreads with terrifying ease, especially among the most vulnerable children. Crowded conditions, malnutrition, and lack of access to healthcare only amplify its impact. In the past, outbreaks could decimate communities, leaving behind a trail of grief and despair. Section 4. Scars that never heal. For those who survived, the ordeal didn't end with recovery. Some were left with permanent disabilities, deafness, blindness, brain damage. Families were shattered, their lives forever altered by the loss of a child or the burden of caring for a disabled one. The emotional toll was immeasurable. The fear, the helplessness, the guilt. These were scars that ran deep, etched into the very fabric of their being. Section 5. Never again. A promise etched in pain. This chapter delves into the profound commitment humanity has made to prevent the suffering caused by preventable diseases. The development of the measles vaccine was a turning point in human history. It marked the beginning of a new era in medical science, where the impossible became possible and hope was restored. It offered a shield, a chance to protect children from this relentless killer. The impact was dramatic. Families who once lived in fear could now breathe a sigh of relief, knowing their children were safe. Measles cases plummeted. Deaths became a rarity. Hospitals that were once filled with the cries of suffering children saw empty beds, and healthcare workers celebrated these victories. But the virus is still out there, lurking in the shadows, waiting for an opportunity to strike. It reminds us that complacency is not an option, and vigilance is our only defense. The fight is not over. Healthcare workers continue to prepare vaccines, public health campaigns tirelessly advocate for vaccination, and medical professionals strategize to keep the virus at bay. We must remain vigilant, ensuring every child is protected. Community vaccination drives, clinics, and door-to-door efforts are crucial in this ongoing battle. This is not just a matter of public health, it's a moral imperative. The collective effort to vaccinate is a testament to our shared responsibility and compassion. We owe it to the 297,000 children who lost their lives to this preventable disease. Their memories serve as a stark reminder of the cost of inaction. We owe it to future generations, never again. Our promise is etched in the pain of the past, but it fuels our determination to create a safer, healthier world for all children.